Welcome to Alabama's 9th annual White Cane Day. This year's White Cane Day is brought to you by the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind, Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services, and Auburn University. Please listen to our welcome message from the Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services, Jane Elizabeth Birdshaw.
Welcome to all of you around the great state of Alabama and from other states who are participating in our annual commemoration of White Cane Day on October 15th, 2021. We're so glad that you could join us for this virtual event. I'm sorry that we were unable to be together in person. We will try and do that in the spring at Auburn University. And while we're talking about Auburn, I want to thank Auburn University for their partnership in this wonderful event. I also want to thank our partners throughout the year and each year on White Cane Day, the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind. We couldn't do what we do without you. I also want to thank our orientation and mobility specialists here at the Department of Rehabilitation Services. They've pulled together this event. You'll be seeing stories throughout the day of individuals and how they have created independent lives for themselves through the use of a white cane or a dog guide or other technology. We're thrilled to commemorate this event every year. I'm so glad that in 1964, our president determined that White Cane Day would be celebrated. And I'm glad that presidents since then have also commemorated this day. When I see a white cane, or I see an individual who is blind or has low vision, being able to be independent and safely travel throughout the community, it means that we're doing our jobs. It means that we're creating an inclusive environment for all of those that we serve. I want to thank you again for joining us. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you this spring at Auburn University.
Welcome to Alabama's 9th annual White Cane Day. I'm John Massia, president of the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind, the most comprehensive program serving individuals who are deaf-blind in the nation. You know, White Cane Day represents to me equity and equality and inclusion of people who are blind or visually impaired. And Helen Keller said that life is either a daring adventure or nothing. And people every day show the rest of the community that with the right attitude and the right training and the right experiences, anything is possible. So go out today and advocate and live the life you want. God bless you, and if there's anything ever that AIDB can do to support you, please contact us.
History of White Cane Day with Amber James.
Hey everyone, my name is Amber James and I'm one of the Orientation Mobility Specialists at Gentry, and I'm going to give the White Cane Day history to you. White Cane Day was more formally known as White Cane Safety Day, and it has a really rich past. White Cane Day is to celebrate the independence that the white cane brings to those individuals who are blind or visually impaired, as well as celebrating the passage of white cane laws in every state in the United States. The iconic white cane can be traced back to both the 1920s, where James Briggs, a photographer who was losing his sight, painted his support cane white to make it more visible, and in the 1930s, where the Peoria, Illinois Lions Club painted a number of support canes and gave them to the Illinois School for the Blind. The School for the Blind had lost its big campus to the Great Depression and was moved to an abandoned factory in the city. The canes were given to the children, and a local ordinance was made that a person holding the white cane would have the right-of-way in any traffic situation. This simple ordinance became the country's first white cane law. As you heard or will hear, shortly after the Lions Club's work came the official field of orientation and mobility during World War II, and they too adopted the color scheme of the white cane. As time went by, all 50 states adopted their own version of the white cane law. By 1964, all states had adopted the law, and President Lyndon Johnson signed the first proclamation that every 15th day of October is National White Cane Day, or White Cane Safety Day. As years progress, the focus has shifted from just a celebration of the white cane and a reminder of the white cane laws, but to focus more on the accomplishments that individuals who are blind or visually impaired have made or continue to make. In 2011, President Barack Obama declared that White Cane Day should also be known as Blind American Equality Day. So there's a little bit of history for you. I hope you're enjoying your time, and I hope you enjoy the remainder. Have a great day.
History of Orientation and Mobility with Bill Adams. Hello, my name is Bill Adams. I'm an Orientation Mobility Specialist with the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services here in Montgomery. And I also happen to be a cane user and a guide dog user. White Cane Day in Alabama actually started at the Veterans Affairs Southeastern Blind Rehabilitation Center in Birmingham. And they had one of the first O&Ms that came through the college system. Bob Simpson, who actually learned from both of the gentlemen that you'll be hearing about shortly, Bob had given this lesson for 35 years while at the VA. And it usually took him about, 45 minutes to complete it. You don't want to hear me ramble on that long, so without further ado, here's the abridged version of the official, unofficial history of orientation mobility. People who are blind or visually impaired have been getting around since the Dark Ages. And what they would do is they would try to blend in like everybody else, carrying a long staff through the woods. Sighted people would use that staff to protect themselves from marauders. The blind people would do the same, but what they would do is they would also use it to make sure where they're stepping was safe. Then a blind road builder, John Metcalf, was pictured in a London newspaper in 1765. And it showed him using a 20-foot pole to help him be safe and lay a road. This was the basis for people thinking about blind people getting around by themselves. From that time all the way right through World War I, there was nobody doing anything to help those who are blind get around. There was Braille and things like that being invented, but nothing else to actually get around. So after World War I, a lot of the soldiers were coming back blinded because of the chemical and biological weapons that were being used during that conflict. So the US and other countries just sent blind soldiers to work in sheltered workshops or asylums for the blind. But a doctor in Germany accidentally stumbled up on the idea of using a guide dog when he saw a blinded soldier stumbling through a courtyard at an army hospital. He started talking to the soldier, and there was nothing that he could do for him. So they had all these old trench dogs, and he gave the dog to the soldier. Literally the next day, the doctors saw the soldier being pulled away from obstacles, and the idea spread from there. Finally, in 1928, the first official guide dog school was started. It's called the Seeing Eye, and it's located in New Jersey, but it was actually started in Tennessee by a lady named Doris Eustace at her school for just obedience training called Fortunate Fields. The Saturday Evening Post wrote a small story, and the tagline was, "Seeing Eye Dog helps blind man see." After that, guide dogs started being used by the blind everywhere. As you just heard Amber talk about, then in 1935, the Lions Club in Peoria, Illinois, started painting support canes white and red. And they also started passing white cane laws. So then World War II broke out. And again, conflict led to blind people, to more blinded soldiers. And you had two corporals that were stationed at the blind unit at Valley Forge. Warren Bledsoe, a teacher at the Maryland School for the Blind, and Richard Hoover, an optometry student, decided to combine the Lions Club idea with the long pole idea of John Metcalf. They came up with the basic ideas of orientation and mobility and modern cane travel. But none of the soldiers wanted them until this one soldier who did go through their class didn't show up for chow and barely made it back for bed call. Russ Williams, using his white cane, had walked off the base and found a bar. So the next day, all the soldiers volunteered for cane training. Sad to say, the reason my field exists is just because one man wanted a beer. After that, Warren Bledsoe pushed the Congress and the VA to start the first blind rehab center in Hines, Illinois, which Russ Williams was the first chief there. When they got there, they picked up every physical therapist, every occupational therapist that was available, and they became the first orientation mobility specialists. The field grew from there until in the mid-1960s, Boston College and Western Michigan University started the first college programs. Since these programs, the field keeps growing and expanding with different methods, philosophies, and techniques. I went blind when I was 20. And my O&M was the person who got me back to being independent. And I didn't even have to leave college. In fact, I continued and graduated undergrad and went back for my master's in orientation and mobility. So, to me, the white cane and a guide dog, I'm sure you can hear him over there, that's Travis. What those things mean to me, in one word, independence. Thank you so much for listening, and happy White Cane Day. Auburn Creed by the students of College Quest.
And now the Auburn Creed from the students of College Quest.
I believe that this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work.
I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully.
I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men.
I believe in a sound mind, in a sound body, and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develop these qualities.
I believe in obedience to all because it protects the rights of all.
I believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all.
I believe in my country because it is a land of freedom and because it is my own home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God.
And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it. College Quest is a transition program for young, blind, and visually impaired students looking to go to college. It is a partnership between Auburn University, the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind, and the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. For more information, contact Isaac Beavers at beavers.isaac@aidb.org.
Michael Talley from the Alabama Council of the Blind.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael Talley and I'm the president of the Alabama Council of the Blind. Thank you so much for participating in this White Cane Day event. The Alabama Council of the Blind believes strongly in helping each other. As a matter of fact, our vision statement is to create a world without barriers for the blind and visually impaired community through awareness, advocacy, and collaboration. At the Alabama Council of the Blind, we believe in helping students. We are really big on scholarships. As a matter of fact, we hold a Dancing with the Dega Stars fundraiser started by Miss Joan Garrett every year to raise thousands of dollars to be able to help send blind and visually impaired students to college. We also have community calls weekly and monthly, and we promote those as well. We also believe in having a strong convention to where we can get together and trade ideas and be able to help each other. We have several chapters throughout the state, including a virtual one. We have the Huntsville chapter, and Birmingham chapter, a Talladega chapter, and a virtual chapter. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Alabama Council of the Blind, feel free to contact me, Michael Talley, at area code 205-420-8112. Again, that phone number is 205-420-8112. I would love to get to know you and get you plugged into one of our chapters, but also to be able to help you with resources through networking and our mentoring program as well. So, thank you again for participating in White Cane Day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Tamika Williams and Barbara Manuel of the National Federation of the Blind of Alabama.
Hello, I'm Barbara Manuel, President of the National Federation of the Blind of Alabama.
And I'm Tamika Williams, the first Vice President of the National Federation of the Blind of Alabama.
The National Federation of the Blind of Alabama is one of 52 affiliates participating in the organized blind civil rights movement. We believe in the full capacity of every blind individual. Our mission's focus is equality, opportunity, diversity, and inclusion for every blind person. Society has created a very narrow definition of our potential, and the National Federation of the Blind strives continually to shatter such misconceptions. We are the blind, advocating on the blind's behalf. The organization was established in 1940, and our Alabama affiliate was founded in 1942. There are 7 chapters and divisions thus far. Currently, our family is comprised of 175 blind persons around the state. Everyone is a valuable component, and their energy, fresh ideas, and overall participation is important for our affiliate to thrive. We constantly concentrate on areas such as voting rights, accessibility on every level, equality and education for our blind students, building relationships with legislators who are responsible for decisions being made on our lives, just to name a few of our focal topics of interest. Join our family as we enhance Alabama's blind community lives.
In the National Federation of the Blind of Alabama, we take pride in our programs, events, and initiatives. In Alabama, blind volunteers strive to make life better for other individuals who are living with blindness. Some of the programs and events that we offer are Bell Academy, for young children to have the opportunity to be introduced to Braille or to enhance their Braille skills along with other non-visual skills. Scholarships to blind college students to empower them to become leaders of tomorrow. Braille classes to blind adults who are interested in reading and writing Braille. This past summer, we offer basic iPhone training to those who were new to the iOS platform. Each October, we hold a walkathon to raise awareness in the community as well as raise funds to support our initiatives. Each year in March, we conduct an annual state convention that allows individuals the opportunity to network, become more educated, connect with agencies and companies, to be empowered, and to become more independent. One of our proudest moments was when we participated with Governor Ivey in the signing of our 2019 Parental Right Bill to protect the right of our blind parents. We're proud of these programs and events, as well as many, many more. This month, in honor of Blind Equality Achievement Month, formerly known as Meet the Blind Month, we take the time to highlight the success of a few people of our community. Join us as we celebrate their achievements.
ADRS Leadership Training Academy.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and we are the Honest Abes from the 10th Leadership Training Cohort. We are so excited to support our friends, Blair, Dana, and Dina for White Cane Day.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and what I learned from our friends, Dina, Dana, and Blair, is that if you're ever curious about something, it's okay to ask.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I have learned so much from our friends Dina, Dana, and Blair. But one of the main things that I learned is to not make assumptions that a person with low vision or blindness needs your help. My friends are fiercely independent, and they will let you know if they need you.
Hi, my name is Brandy. During our time in leadership training, I learned from Dana, Dina, and Blair to let those with low vision or blindness know who all is in the room, including pets.
Hey, my name is Jeff, and what I learned from my friends was to be sure to describe pictures and PowerPoint slides. Try to be discreet about it, so that way they don't notice that there's 6 squares with different people in each one right now.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Before Leadership Training Institute, there was a lot I didn't know about low vision and blindness. What I did learn during the process was that my friends, Dina, Dana, and Blair, are truly outstanding women that represent the independence that the White Cane stands for.
VA Southeastern Blind Rehabilitation Center. What to do when you meet someone who is blind. What to do when you meet someone who is blind.
Hi, Bill. It's Ella. How are you doing?
Good. I'm blind, not deaf.
Oh, okay. How's it going today?
That's good. All right.
When you meet someone who is blind, don't raise your voice. They can hear you just fine.
Hi, Bill. It's Ella. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Good to see you. I have my hand extended for a handshake.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. Have a good one.
Good job, Ella. Letting him know your hand was out was the right way to do it. Also, you were speaking in a normal tone.
Hey, Lynn, do you know where the donuts are?
Donuts? Who's got donuts? Where are they? They got chocolate. Where'd she go? Yeah, I wish people wouldn't do that.
Come on, Alexa. How is Lynn supposed to know who you are? Also, you left without telling her. Let's try it again.
Hey, Lynn, it's Alexa. Do you know where the donuts are?
Donuts?
Yeah.
Susan, donuts? What is...
Oh, I see them. Never mind. They're over there by Rick's office.
Oh, okay.
You want one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a chocolate one.
You did it right this time. And Lynn even gets the donut. When you see someone who is blind at a street corner, let them be. They know the best time to cross. Do not grab their cane. That is a surefire way of getting you or them hurt. If they need help, they will ask for your assistance. See, Jim, if you would have done it this way to begin with, you would have saved yourself a whole lot of hurt.
Hello, folks. How are you today? Can I take your orders?
We're awesome. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay. Can
I think I'm going to have the rib plate
rib
with fries and baked beans and unsweetened iced tea.
So you want the rib plate, the fries, and the baked beans?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And what was that to drink again?
The unsweetened iced tea.
Okay.
And y'all take a little lemon in that.
Okay. Sounds really good.
Have a little lemonade with my tea, you know.
Okay. Sounds good. Do that for us, sir.
Awesome, awesome.
And sir, can you help me figure out what your wife here that can't see wants?
Well, she can.
Right here. Oh.
What did this waitress do wrong? That's right, she did not address the person who is blind. Just because someone is blind does not mean they cannot speak for themselves. Let's try this again.
Hi guys. Hey, how are you? What would you like on the menu today, ma'am?
I would like this one. Barbecue chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Unsweet tea.
Okay, that sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. And you, sir?
What do you suggest?
The ribs.
The ribs? I'll have those.
Great job.
I'll have those.
Now let's see if Steve can finally figure out what he wants.
And an unsweetened iced tea would be great.
All right. Hey, Mallory.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Did y'all see? I'm sorry. Did y'all listen to the game last weekend between Auburn and LSU?
No, I didn't.
Come on, Mallory. You didn't need to make this so awkward. Many people who are blind still use the words see, look, or watch. Let's try this again.
Hi, Mallory.
Hey, Mallory.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Did y'all see the game last weekend?
Great game. Really enjoyed it.
LSU, War Eagle, hey.
Much better, Mallory. But this time, let's root for a better team like the Buckeyes.
Tell me where the little bit is.
Yeah, it's over there.
Who's blind here, me or you?
Oh,
Can I
I'm
see?
sorry.
Jack, what did Rosario do wrong? She pointed and said over there. Over there is an abstract concept to a person who is blind. Instead, give clear, concise directions.
Tell me where the low vision clinic is.
Certainly. As you go back around these elevators, and from the elevator, you're going to take a right, and then another right, and the low vision clinic should be right there.
All right, so I'm going to go right, and then go through the door, and the clinic is right there.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
That's how you do it. Clear, concise directions. Way to go, Rosario.
Can you tell me where the low vision clinic is?
Oh, sure. Let me show you.
I want to call the ADA on you.
All you have to do is go on back here.
Poor old Jack's getting shoved around. There's got to be a better way.
Can you tell me where the low vision clinic is?
Sure. Let me go ahead and take you. Do you need an elbow?
Sure.
Right there.
Or shoulder.
We're going to go around. The low vision clinic is back here. We're going to go through a door. Hinges are on your side.
Rosario is showing Jack his seat using a simple method with his human guide. It takes only a few minutes to learn, but it's made the world of difference to Jack and has made his appointment a much more enjoyable experience.
Go ahead. And they'll be right with you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Now you know what to do when you meet someone who is blind. Special thanks to Ella Hart, Lynn Heddle, Alexa Sines, Jim Martin, Sue Martin, Dr. Marca Alexander, Fred Rogers, Cynthia Cabrera, Mary Irwin, Brandy Wood, Stephen Wood, Deborah Wells, Mallory Ross, Ellen Rudikoff, Craig Dunlop, Angeline Wagner, Jack Ferrante, and Rosario Zuniga. Filmed in front of a captive workplace audience. Filmed on location at the Southeastern Blind Rehabilitation Center, Birmingham VA Medical Center, Birmingham, Alabama. Filmed and directed by Bill Adams. Copyright 2014. Have a wonderful 50th White Cane Day. Tim Edmonston from the Alabama Public Library Service.
Hi, I'm Timothy Emmons. I'm a reader advisor and senior librarian with the Library for the Blind here in Montgomery. And together with the Sub-Regional Library for the Blind in Talladega, we provide audio and braille books for all of our patrons throughout the state of Alabama. Today I have the pleasure of sharing with you an overview of our services and what we do and how we help our patrons in finding those great reads that they're all looking for. So if you're ready, here we go. The presentation today is titled Connecting Library Patrons to Specialized Services. This is a White Cane Day virtual presentation prepared for the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. Whenever staff at ADRS call, we respond. ADRS helps to bring a number of new individuals to our service. It is a relationship that we cherish. Our service is all about inclusion. We work hard to make certain residents with a passion for reading have access to free books and magazines in Braille and audio. For example, in fiscal year 2019, public libraries across Alabama hosted more than 62,000 public programs with more than 1.4 million people in attendance. How many of you, especially if you are blind or visually impaired, took part in those programs at one point or another? The purpose of our service is to make certain that individuals with vision loss or physical disabilities are not excluded from such great programs. Records in the United States indicate that library service for blind adults began in the late 19th century. As early as 1868, the Boston Public Library set up a department for the blind after receiving 8 embossed volumes. Can you imagine setting up an entire department with a collection of only 8 items? The state of New York was certain this was a great idea, and it became the first state with a department to specifically serve blind adults. After New York, other states would follow. Did you know that residents in Alabama were actually served by a school in Atlanta, Georgia? Yes, this took place from 1931 until the service was moved to the Alabama School for the Blind in 1958. In 1978, the Alabama Regional Library for the Blind opened as a division of the Alabama Public Library Service. The library in Talladega remained as a sub-regional library serving residents in the Tri-County area of Calhoun, St. Clair, and Talladega. Let me go back and share just a little history on how our free service got its start. 2 members of the U.S. Congress saw the need to expand the availability of reading materials to citizens who were blind. Representative Ruth Pratt from New York and Senator Reed Smoot from Utah worked diligently to prepare bills for consideration. The vision of Pratt and Smoot came to fruition with the passage of the Pratt Smoot Act on March 3, 1931. This legislation made possible an appropriation of $100,000 to provide books for blind residents in the United States and its territories. Additionally, legislation was passed to appropriate funds for Postal Service to get items mailed. The legislation led to the creation of the National Library Service for the Blind and Print Disabled, NLS, a division of the Library of Congress. Today, the appropriation is more than $50 million each to both NLS and the United States Postal Service. In 1952, children became eligible for what we now call the Talking Book Program. In 1966, individuals with physical disabilities were included. Over the years, the technology used by NLS made dramatic changes. By 1934, the Talking Book was developed and the standard record player was the designated equipment. The first titles chosen for the Talking Book program were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the United States, Washington's Farewell Address, Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and Shakespeare's As You Like It. Other titles by Shakespeare were also selected. The appropriation from Congress did not originally include money for machines. Instead, individuals who qualified for the service had to purchase the equipment or have it purchased for them by donor organizations. The record player provided many hours of listening pleasure through the 1970s. That was followed by the very much in demand cassette player. Although there are no remaining repair groups or parts for the cassette players, patrons still ask for them. In 2009, the digital book machine made its debut. Beginning in May of this year, our Alabama libraries began participating in a pilot for the new refreshable Braille display, or Braille e-reader, created for NLS by Humanware. The pilot will run through March of 2022. Plans are already in place for the next version of the digital book machine. You'll have to tune in next year for more information on that one. We could not have gotten through the COVID-19 pandemic without Bard, our web-based Braille and audio reading download. Since 2013, Bard has been around to give our patrons access to books when they're ready to download them. Additionally, Bard includes magazines and music scores for individuals interested in music appreciation. Today, there are 2 NLS network libraries in Alabama. The Talladega Sub-Regional Library is located on the campus of the Alabama School for the Blind. They serve just over 850 patrons living in the Tri-County area of Calhoun, St. Clair, and Talladega. The Regional Library for the Blind in Montgomery serves residents living in the remaining 64 counties. Together, the 2 libraries serve more than 8,400 patrons and provide access to an NLS collection of more than 207,000 audio and 74,000 Braille titles. While our libraries do not carry every book that ever published, there is a wonderful cross-section of titles sure to please everyone. Whether you want a copy of the New Message Bible, Westerns by Zane Grey, or the latest book by Danielle Steele, our library staff are eager to get books to you. Staff at both locations are using a new method to deliver what we call books on demand. New software and equipment used at each location allow staff to create in just minutes cartridges with specific books to satisfy requests from each individual patron. In Montgomery, our staff mail out an average of 350 audio and Braille titles each day. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. In addition to what our libraries produce each day, some of you may receive cartridges and read cases with your favorite magazine selections. Our libraries have access to more than 60 magazine titles, from Reader's Digest to Jack and Jill, Essence, and Rolling Stone. In addition to the items we mail out each day, we receive the same number that remain in quarantine for 3 days and are then checked in. The cases and cartridges are cleaned and relabeled before reuse. When invited, our staff are available to participate in virtual presentations, some in-person gatherings, and we are always available to mail invitations out to interested parties. Once applications are received, they are processed within 2 to 3 days. Individuals with dyslexia can now apply for service without having to go through a doctor, as long as the application is signed by a certifying authority. If you're interested in having a staff member as a guest presenter, give us a call at 334-213-3906. A 2016 survey completed by the National Federation for the Blind, NFB, identified more than 150,000 residents in Alabama with visual impairments. Today, our 2 network libraries are reaching at least 8,400 of those residents. With your help, we can serve even more. Together, we can connect more adults and children to this wonderful and, most of all, free service. For anyone who wants audio and Braille titles from our collection, the items are mailed directly to the individual's door. You do not have to come into our building for service. Our library in Montgomery serves 64 counties, and the Talladega Library serves the Tri-County area of Calhoun, St. Clair, and Talladega. If a person in Alabama has vision loss, a physical disability preventing them from holding a book, or a reading disability such as dyslexia, they can qualify for our free service. In closing, please remember that we are the Alabama Regional Library for the Blind, a division of the Alabama Public Library Service, APLS. You can reach us by phone at 334-213-3906 or by email at bph@apls.state.al.us. If you want more information, visit our website at www.statelibrary.alabama.gov. We're here to assist and provide access to a collection of great reading materials, books, magazines, and music appreciation titles in both Braille and audio. This service is free to residents who qualify. Give us a call today if we can help. Thanks so much for joining me for this presentation. We appreciate it.
What the White Cane Means to Me, a collection of videos from blind consumers around our state.
Hello, my name is Luke Seibert. I'm a White Cane user and a member of the National Federation of the Blind of Alabama. I became blind about 5 years ago and learned blindness skills, including how to use a white cane, and continued on with life. I am now an elder in training at Elkmont Baptist Church, where I preach and write articles regularly. I also have been doing some independent contracting work as an accessibility tester for SPEL Technologies. I'm also a self-published author. I've written 4 novels and just recently published Never Saw It Coming, a memoir, which is my 5th book. It's my first nonfiction, and it tells the story of how I became blind and what God taught me through that journey. And so yes, while we may be blind and we may face some struggles, we can still carry on with life. We can learn the skills, including how to use a white cane, and still live life like anyone else.
The white cane for me is like to help, like how I can walk like different ways, and like it's helped me where I go like my classes, and it's helped me like I hit the other blind kid, and it's helped me when I go like somewhere and I use my cane like the right side. And it just helped me too because I don't go hit my face in the pole and everything like that. Nothing, so that's it.
1, action.
How you doing? My name is Henry Nunn. I live in Fulton, Alabama. It's about 100 miles north of Mobile. What I want to talk about today is going to Walmart and using the white cane. See, like when you go to without the white cane, they have the drains and stuff in the parking lot, and you get out of the car and you trying to go to the store without the white cane, you would definitely fall if you hit the drain. With the white cane, you see what's around you. You feel the contour of the land, and you can avoid those drains. And the white cane is a great thing. I've learned a lot since I got the white cane.
Okay.
So what the white cane means to me is kind of like a provider of kind of a feeling of independence. Previously, when I didn't have it, I kind of did not feel independently. Like I kind of did not feel confident walking on my own, and I felt scared that I might it's not safe or anything. But now with the white cane, I feel much more confident and independent when I take my steps and walk. So it's really just part of like support, and I really thank everybody who shared into inventing it. It's just very helpful for a lot of blind people and lets them live their lives like everyone else. So I'm very grateful to have it, and I'm very grateful for being able to live my life normal. And that's how much I appreciate the white cane.
I'm Mike Evers, and I am the Sensory Impaired Technology Coordinator with the University of South Alabama, Mobile. I've been blind since birth. I've used a white cane prior to getting a seeing eye dog. Still do from time to time when I'm not working Onslow. Onslow is my 4th guide dog. I've got him from the Seeing Eye Incorporated in Morristown, New Jersey, and he's been my buddy for the past almost 3 years, and he helps me to navigate safely around obstacles, barriers, and other obstructions more easily, more fluidly. when you're using a cane, you have to look for these things yourself by tapping and using the proper technique for working with a cane. But then with the dog kind of helps you navigate around obstacles for you by looking for them and navigating you safely around. But you still have to know how to use a cane before having a dog. And when you work with the dog, you still have to have good orientation and mobility skills so that you know where you're going and how to get to where you're going. And it's a lot of work, but and a lot of responsibility to have a dog, but it's very rewarding, and it makes my life a lot easier. And I'm just glad that we have these tools and resources available for us, and it enables me to do my job, travel more freely and safely. So if you're a dog person, you can find out more information and look into getting one for yourself.
The white cane means for me, is a way to get around in certain situations. Like, I can't see at night when it's pitch black, there's no other source of available light, or even in areas that I'm unfamiliar with at night where my vision is really limited. It means as a way, I can be independent. I don't have to worry about finding somebody to guide with me, even in situations where I'd be by myself. It just gives me, a way to get around and, participate in stuff that, I need to be in, like work or going to the store, or even just being out with friends. It's just something that's kind of becoming a part of my everyday life that I didn't know I needed until recently.
Hey, I'm Randy Henry. I'm the medical equipment coordinator for Goodwill of the Gulf Coast. It's also the coordinator for the We Share medical equipment program that's part of Alabama's Department of Rehab STAR program. And what we do here is we take in donated medical equipment, rebuild it, refurbish it, repair it, and give it away to people that need it and couldn't get it otherwise. And as part of my job, I use my white cane. I use it for a lot of different things. First of all, just to help me get around my job site, and a lot of times to help me find things. Also, my white cane gives me independence. I can get around my job site here, but if I have to go outside, I need my cane to go to the restroom, take equipment to people's cars, unload people's cars. So my cane is one of my more important tools and allows me to be more independent. Now, sometimes my cane really helps other people that surround me identify that I have a vision problem. And sometimes that works into some very funny situations. Right now with the COVID, I stay in a kind of a locked room, but when people knock on my door, I put my mask on, open the door, ask if I can help them. I usually have my cane in my hand, and recently I went to talk to a guy that was knocking on my door, and he was just talking to me, and I tried to explain to him, "Sir, I'm blind." And the gentleman said, "Look, I'm hard of hearing, I can't hear a thing that you're saying." So you had the blind guy trying to talk to the deaf guy, and it was really a train wreck, but we all had a good laugh afterwards.
Yeah, I'm in blind benefit program, so what I start with to train with is the white cane. So the white cane is really, really important to blind people, because that's the thing that you see with before you walk. That's the only thing that guides you in front of you. Otherwise, you're gonna hit anything in front of you or on the sides of you before you walk. It's really important, really, really important to practice with the cane. And every time, because the cane really it's your highest period. I mean, the cane is your highest. Without it, you cannot use your arms. The arms won't really help you much, but the cane will really help you see before you walk and hit something in front of you. It's part of your body. It's part of, I mean, it's become your eyes. When you cannot see, that's the only thing you can see with the cane. So it's really important to practice. Do what your instructor tell you to do, and use it a lot so that you can get used to it. And it's really gonna help you out anytime, every day, for you to, want to come out and just like the rest of those people that can see. That's the only thing we can use to replace our eyes when we're playing, using the cane.
These next videos are from our students of the Alabama Freedom Center for the Blind. The Alabama Freedom Center for the Blind is a structured discovery program, which is a 9-month total immersion program for those who are blind or visually impaired to learn complete blindness skills.
My name is Ashley Banks, and I'm with the Alabama Freedom Center for the Blind. The reason why I love my cane is because it's a friend of mine. It tells me where to go. It gives me independence and confidence. When I walk down the street, people see my cane. They're like, "You're blind and you're getting out here just like the rest of us." It's a beautiful thing.
My name is Anna Trotman. I am the Braille instructor at the Alabama Freedom Center for the Blind. I love my white cane because it's allowed me to have independence and travel wherever I wanted to go, such as Washington State or New Orleans. It's also allowed me to just go out and be free and more independent and travel and go everywhere I want to.
My name is Terrence Robinson, and this cane gives me independence, and it compliments me. Christmas circuit, I love my cane because it gave me my life back.
Hi, my name is Eric T. Mobile, Alabama. I like my white cane because it's like my sword of Auburn. It gives me sight beyond sight, it helps me to see things in front of me. I like it also because it's like my new eyes and my new ears. I can hear things around me, feel things in front of me, know where I'm going, know where I'm coming from. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nigel Hurts. I'm a student of the Freedom Center, and my white cane is important to me because it's an extension of me and it's also giving my independence.
Hi, my name is Shaylin. The reason why I like the white cane is because it gives me confidence and when I'm walking across the streets.
Thank you for joining Alabama's 9th Annual White Cane Day online portion. We hope to see you February 19th. Have a wonderful day.